What it do, YouTube? It's SS, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I dropped the video, but this one right here is very spicy. Um, I've seen a lot of pelipers and a lot of fighters in the back or steel, and I thought it would be kind of fun to run waterfall Gyarados with all the steel or the counters. Uh, I think it deletes Lucario in like 9 waterfalls or something like that. But yeah, very fun video here. I got 2 sets that I did on stream. I haven't streamed either, so I will be streaming today though. Um, as this video goes up, I'll be streaming at 4 p.m. Central as always. Hope to see you guys there. Link in the description to my Twitch if you guys want to go watch them in real time. Hope to see you over there. But either way, let's go ahead and get to these battles. We're gonna run two spicy Pokemon. Shadow Zone, Magnezone. Let's get in the zone. And then Gyarados with Waterfall, obviously. Legacy Aquatel, and Quagsire, because Quagsire is really good. Just Quagsire is really good, and it's really good. It's really bulky. Spammy with these mud bombs, and it just works out really good. But let's hop into this first battle. We're gonna see Jellicent into our Gyarados. They do end up Shadow Balling us. I don't shield. I let it go through. I just go ahead and start throwing this Aqua Tail. This is a CMP tie, and I don't want to shield to be honest, because it's a mud bomb. It is a mud bomb, and they're gonna be able to throw a move here. I get the mud shot in, so this mud shot should be able to KO, and we're gonna be able to mud shot down the Jellicent to take that win. And I do believe that we go 9-1. No, did we go 9-1? No. 8-2. 8-2 in these 2 sets. We're gonna see a bad lead, so I'm gonna switch out into our Quagsire, and Quagsire is met by the Registeel, which is really weird. You're gonna be like, what? They're gonna bring out a Registeel? So I'm gonna do one mud shot because I'm thinking they're at the move here, so I'm thinking this is CMP, but it's not CMP. We're gonna let this go through. No, we're not gonna. We're gonna shield. We're gonna farm up a little bit extra, and we're actually gonna be able to farm it down completely. They're gonna come back into their own Quagsire. We're gonna start throwing out these mud bombs. We're gonna see what they want to do. They don't want to shield, so we're gonna throw the next one. They don't want to CMP us. They do have some energy on this Quagsire, so I'm expecting them to start shielding soon here, and we actually get to another one. They don't throw again on CMP, which is really weird. They actually should be trying to get these moves off before I do. But either way, this works out. If I live this, I'm gonna tap it, but I don't live it. And now I'm just gonna come into Gyarados. They come into Lucario, and this Lucario is going to get to a move. I'm gonna shield just in case it is the Shadow Ball. It is the pup though, and either way, we're just gonna be able to delete this Lucario, and we're gonna come out with 2 water or 2 charge moves, 2 Aqua Tails, and we're gonna be able to take them. And they just essentially just top left at that point, and we're gonna be able to take that game. But now we're gonna see a bad lead again, and we're gonna go into our Quagsire because I don't want to show them my Gyarados yet, just in case they do have a Pelipper or something. They're not switching out; they're staying in, and we're just gonna farm up a little bit extra energy. We're gonna shield here, and they're gonna throw the drill run. That's fine, and I'm at another mud bomb, so I'm just gonna start chucking these mud bombs, and they're gonna shield. Okay, so they're gonna switch out. They're gonna try to catch a mud bomb, but I'm patient, and I do end up getting to the stone edge. They don't shield the stone edge, which is really good for me. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and choose to let this go, to be honest, because I can now come into my Magnezone, get this farm, and I'm gonna switch out instantly, thinking that they gotta move and they're gonna throw. Um, they do end up throwing, but I'm hoping this is not the Mega Horn. It's not the Mega Horn, it is the Drill Run, so we're gonna be able to farm down completely. But they have a Lantern in the back, and this is looking really bad for us. But we're gonna be able to get to this crunch here, and we actually do get the defense drop, but we don't get to another move, and it's looking really bad for us. So I'm gonna have to let this go through, and I'm gonna have to farm up to back mirror shots here, I think, or maybe I might have to bait or something. I don't know, but I do believe I do farm up, and this is going to be CMP, and we're gonna unfortunately end up losing here. We do grab the shield, but they just have to surf, and we're gonna end up losing. So hopping into the next battle. Now we're gonna see another bad lead. So I'm gonna go into my Quagsire to meet this um Wish Cashier, and we're gonna start chucking out these mud bombs. And I'm thinking, are they gonna throw the blizzard? I'm like, nah. They really gonna throw the blizzard? They do throw the blizzard, and this is really bad for me. And they end up swapping out and catching on something that uses confusion, a gold duck. And I'm like, am I really about to lose to a gold duck? I was like, no. Okay, well this is spicy. Um, so we do end up getting the shield, and now we're gonna come into our Magnezone as our Quagsire does go down. I'm gonna shield this thinking it's the cross chop. It is the cross chop. So I'm gonna try to farm down completely before they even get to a move. We do farm down before they get to a move. Now I'm gonna farm up here on my Gyarados. And I'm like, they threw the blizzard last time. Yeah, they're gonna throw a blizzard again. So now they're gonna come into a Tentacruel here. They're gonna save their Mud Boy. They're gonna save their Wish Cash. And they're gonna get to a move here, and I'm like, okay, Scold. That's a spray. I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm gonna throw an Aqua Tail here because I just really want to start chipping, and I actually end up getting the shield here. They throw last second, which is really good for me. And now I'm gonna try to farm down here completely, and I end up throwing the resistant move. I should have just went um for the wild charge. I didn't know it was that low, but I'm pretty sure it would have probably did close to 50% or something of its health, or at least like 40 something. So I should have just went straight for the um. And we have finally get a good lead here, and they're gonna swap on to Escavalier, so I'm gonna swap out into my Waterfall Gyarados. I'm gonna shield the Mega Horn because I do want to shield the Mega Horn. We're gonna be able to try to farm down completely, but they do get to a drill run here, so I do want to throw just in case they want to shield. They don't want to shield, and that's fine. I'm gonna have to farm up to a Crunch here. We're gonna throw the Crunch, see what they want to do here. They do end up shielding, so that's fine with me. I'm gonna try to farm up extra. And I throw in bad timing here because I want to get this Aqua Tail off. They do end up shielding, which is really weird. And since I'm assuming that they're gonna throw right away, I'm gonna come into my Quagsire. But now they didn't throw right away, but they still end up throwing the Weather Ball, which is weird. So now I'm thinking that they're gonna go for the Hurricane. They don't go for the Hurricane, and I'm like, okay. And then they end up doing this catch on me, and it's just really good catch on the Lucario. And I can't really do anything here. Um, it is a power punch. I do save a move. And yeah, we're just gonna come down. We're gonna lose to CMP. So somehow I needed to. I'm not sure how I could have did it, but I somehow needed to farm down with Magnezone, come out with a wild charge, and and win CMP. That would have been my win con somehow. So maybe throwing another Stone Edge and then swapping out, farming down with Magnezone, maybe. But now we're gonna see a good lead here, and they're gonna stay in. I'm gonna take the first move. Weather Ball does do some good chunk of damage, but I am going to CMP them on the next Weather Ball. Do they want to shield? They do want to shield, which is really weird. So now I'm gonna shield as well, and I'm gonna be able to farm down completely. They're gonna come into Swampert or Quagsire. It is a Quagsire, but it does half of their like 51, probably like 51 damage or something there. And since they're down on health, I'm just gonna start chucking out these mud bombs. They are shadow as well. So I'm going to be able to let this next one go through. And I'm gonna farm up and throw right before they wanna throw. They let it, well, they don't have a shield. Registeel's in the back. I'm like, no, I should have shielded the Quagsire, but this is fine because we're in a very good position either way. I do end up getting to another mud bomb here, which is really good for me. And now I'm just gonna swap out into my Gyarados, 3 ball flex on them, and we're gonna shield the Zap Cannon, get no debuff, and Salt to Injury, and they're just gonna leave at that point. Um, and then now we're gonna see somewhat of end lead because they have Joe run, so it's really bad for us, right? And I'm like, an ice punch really hurts. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna get to this crunch, but I should have probably tried to CMP them, to be honest. And now they're gonna overfarm here, which is really bad for me. I'm gonna let this go through. And I'm gonna wait out the clock. I am not gonna wait out the clock. I'm gonna go in quick and throw this wild charge. I'm gonna shield. It is the surf. I'm gonna shield again. I'm gonna get to the wild charge here. Dumb bad timing. They do let it go. I'm gonna switch out. It's Galissapod in the back. They're gonna throw a liquidation here, and liquidation is really gonna hurt, but this is fine. And then they end up doing a catch. I'm like, okay, nice. But we're gonna be able to farm down the lone stand slash force them to throw here. It is an X scissor. We don't live it, and we're gonna be able to farm up and get to this wild charge and win CMP here, and it's gonna be GG's. So we still ended up winning that somehow. Um, we made a few mistakes though. Now we're gonna see Jellison. This is really good. Well, this is all right. They're gonna swap out into Berserker. I didn't know what to do here. I assumed that they were gonna close combat. They did close combat, and since they close combat, I'm assuming they're just sacking this. So they're just gonna let it go through, and so that is fine with me. They're gonna come back into Jellison. They're gonna start getting this farm. But I'm gonna try to throw on what I thought they were gonna throw, but they didn't throw, so they ended up sneaking in a move. But I'm gonna throw in good timing here, and we're gonna be able to get this mud bomb off. Do they want to shield? They don't want to shield. That we're gonna let this go through, and then they're gonna undercharge it for some reason and get some more farm, which is fine. So I'm assuming that they're gonna throw right away. So I just go into Gyarados here. They do end up throwing right away, as I predicted, and now we're gonna farm up here on with Gyarados. I'm going to shield this just in case it is the Shadow Ball. It is the Shadow Ball, so it is a good shield. They got a Lucario in the back, and at this point, my win going here is that I farm down completely. I shield this so I could put it more in farm down range for my Magnezone. They're gonna power punch again. I'm gonna swap out and then get that one spark damage to get the KO. And now we're gonna move into the next battle. We're gonna see a bad lead this time, and I'm gonna go into my Quagsire. We're gonna get met by a Fair Thorn. This is really bad, but it looks like we throw in good timing to get this mud bomb off. We're gonna start chunking these mud bombs out, and I'm thinking, do I want a shield? I'm like, okay, I guess I want a shield, and I'm gonna farm up extra here, throw in good timing, and they're gonna throw their move, so I'm gonna shield as well. I'm gonna farm up again. One, two, three. Throwing good timing. We're gonna throw this mud bomb off. I do believe that they're one away. I try to catch, and then they come into the Escavalier. I'm gonna throw uh the wild charge right off the bat, and now I'm gonna come into Gyarados. I do believe. Hoping that they throw right away. Hoping this is not a Mega Horn. It is an acid spray. This is really good for me. So I'm gonna farm up. I'm hoping this is just a drill run. It is another acid spray. That is fine. So now at this point, I need to get out of here because I am super debuffed. But they come into a Jellicent, so I'm gonna throw a crunch here, and we're gonna do half health. They're gonna come into their Ferrothorn. I gotta throw a move here, and because I had to win CMP there, and yeah, but I needed to farm down, so pretty much I just wasted more time. No, to be honest, I was gonna lose regardless. But now we're gonna have a good lead here, and they're gonna swap out into Lucario. I'm gonna swap out into my Gyarados, and pretty much I'm gonna shield here, thinking this is Shadow Ball, but it is a Power Punch. We're gonna farm down though, regardless, and then they're gonna come back into their Pelipper any second here, and we're just gonna start throwing these crunches off and see if they want to shield. If they want to shield, they don't want to shield, which is fine with me. I'm gonna farm up a little bit more. We're gonna force them to throw the weather ball. If I live it, I'm going to throw the Aqua Tail. I do live it with 1 HP, so I'm gonna throw the weather ball. And now we're gonna farm up, and they're gonna throw the S-Cab, and we're gonna farm up extra energy here. And we're gonna throw the mud bomb. Do they want to shield? At this point, I do believe that they do want a shield. They do have two shields, and I'm not sure what I want to do here, but I'm going to let it go through, hoping it's not the Mega Horn. It is not the Mega Horn, and I'm hoping I can get to another move, but I probably and I do end up getting to another move, 1 HP here again, and we're going to be able to farm up. I can shield this safely, hope that the Pelipper does not come out, and we're gonna be able to actually farm down, come out with a wild charge and wild charge this Pelipper and win the game. Now Hobbiton. Oh, this that was the last battle. Nice. And we're gonna go 4-1. Uh so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe. Um it'd be nice to see more subscribers and help the channel grow. But if you guys did like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video.